Hey, Sagittarius, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your 2024 yearly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Sag, welcome to 2024. You are starting off in the month of January with a lot of deep reflection, a lot of soul searching, maybe even awakening back up to life, to yourself. So I'm excited to see where this year goes because January is the groundwork. It's the blueprint for the entirety of 2024. So I do see here, we're going to go over month by month. We're doing a monthly forecast for the entire year, but I am seeing that a lot of you, I feel like you're coming into your purpose. It doesn't mean that you haven't been living your purpose, because we're constantly on this journey here on earth, and we are living our purpose, even if it feels very imbalanced at times, even if we choose through our free will to take a different path. I feel like there's something big that's opening up here for you. Now, oh, okay, there's the Hanged Man. There's the something big, because the Hanged Man showing up, especially with the timing card, it's like the time is now, and it's showing up mid-year for you as well. And with that Hanged Man, and there's the Devil, I feel like, and the Lovers, wow, okay, so there's something that you are completely shifting, and I think it has to do with the Devil and the Lovers, which are so closely connected, and we'll talk about here in a moment. But I feel like you are completely shifting your mindset on something that may have been ingrained for quite some time. The Death and the Strength. Yeah, I was waiting for these major arcanas to come in for you, but it looks like the second half of 2024, that's where the shifts happen. Okay, so it doesn't surprise me to see that you start off the year with maybe some defenses up, maybe a little bit of boundaries taking place here, maybe self boundaries that you put on yourself. You may say, I really want to start eating healthier. I want to get in better shape. This is soul purpose, and it's all about your calling here. It reminds me of the Judgment card. So I feel like you're opening up to changing your life. Did you learn the lessons of the past? And are you going to do something differently this year? Do something different this time around? And the Seven of Inspiration showing up here for you as well, Seven of Wands, is about living life on your terms, non-conforming, standing up for your beliefs here. I also get strongly for you, Sagittarius, that some of you in 2023, which was a 7-year, and this is a 7 card as well, when you break down 2023, I feel like you may have been feeling the pressure, right? You may have felt pressure coming in from all different angles, maybe career, maybe health, maybe relationships, because in a 7-year, it's all about inner awareness, wisdom, reflection, spirituality, and it's leaving you in the month of January saying, okay, what have I learned in not just the 7-year, but some of you 5-10 years prior? You're really looking at things from a new point of view. Okay. And you may be setting healthy boundaries, but I get that this is a year where you're opening back up, because some of you put your guard up real strong, maybe due to the pandemic, due to the global impact, due to the economy, due to being hurt, due to loss, due to death, whatever it may have been. You're really digging in and you're saying, how can I reopen up in this new form, right? Because you have the Death card showing up here as well in the month of November. So death isn't a card that should be scary, right? A lot of people look at death as, and the Tower is, oh no, that's so scary. But death isn't, death is actually a very powerful energy of transformation. And I feel like you are transforming the energy into something new. That's basically what death is transformation, transforming the old to make way for new. And I feel like that's what 2024 is all about for you. So January starting off, you're definitely searching for meaning, for direction, for guidance on how to rejoin, how to put yourself out there again, how to be vulnerable. Some of you have had to learn how to be vulnerable because you've kept some cages up for quite some time. Okay, so vulnerability is a big key lesson that you've learned in the past, and it's going to be something that's going to take you through 2024. It doesn't mean that you're going to get walked on. And that's where some of you feel, well, Melissa, if I'm vulnerable, if I open up to life, if I start dating, or if I, let this person in, they're going to take a mile, right? I'm going to give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. But that's a belief based on your conditioning, based on what's happened in the past. When we heal, we raise our frequency, which means that when we do become vulnerable, we're going to attract the things that we are our frequencies are matching and are aligning at. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're coming back to life here. I feel like that's a big theme for you. Coming back to life, whatever that may mean or look like, Sag. Now, in the month of February, trust, followed by the Page of Inspiration, Page of Wands. Trust may be a big factor. Someone may have definitely severed your trust. This could be a marriage. This could be a child. It could be someone who was quite immature. This could have been a parent from your childhood. Okay, the trust key, right? The trust is a key factor for you in February. This is about you taking a leap of faith and either diving into the reasons behind why there's a lack of trust, getting to the nitty gritty, or for some of you, you're being asked to take a leap of faith when it comes to having this new beginning or receiving some sort of message or news, because pages can represent communication. But this is also about fidelity, honesty, assessing the situation, because some of you, there may have been secrets. Maybe you were part of a secretive energy. Maybe you were keeping something hidden. Maybe someone is keeping it hidden from you. But this is about committing to an honest life. And that's coming in quite strong. I mean, wow, we're coming in heavy and deep. It doesn't surprise me with the soul purpose, because you're really thinking about things. You're in your emotions, you're in your mind, you're in your beliefs, you're really into each and every being of yourself, your existence, your reason here on earth. And I get for some of you, this is a year where, yeah, you're gonna trust yourself first and foremost, because for whatever reason that we mentioned earlier, or something else, right? There's something about you maybe second guessing your own intuition or your own self. And I feel like you're not doing that this year. Sag, you're putting yourself first and you're saying, I can trust myself. Just because I made a wrong decision in the past, which I believe they're teachable moments. If you ever take a left turn when really you could have been better off taking a right, no, probably not, because you learned what you needed to learn in that moment. So trust that you can count on yourself, that you can rely on yourself here. And some of you, that may be a part of the problem. Maybe the belief is, I can only rely on myself. I only have me to fall back on. And maybe that was true for you, but it doesn't have to be the only story that you tell yourself, okay? So I also get on a high note, this could be you trusting yourself to open up to your creative endeavors, right? This is about you believing in your talents and your magic. This can also be bringing something to life, maybe something that you've wanted since childhood. Maybe you've always wanted to be a dancer, a singer, an actor, a writer, a mom, a teacher, an influencer, whatever you wanted to do. This is the month where you trust yourself and say, I can do this. I also see that some of you could be changing up your appearance. Now, Page of Inspiration is a fresh look, right? Maybe you're coloring your hair purple or red. For some of you, you could be changing your color palette, maybe makeup, maybe clothing. Okay, this could be logo on a website. You may be reframing the way that people see you or your image, whether that is a business, whether it's a resume, whether it's your home, whether it's you yourself. I like this because I feel like this is so very important for you to choose you, trust in yourself, Sag, and Don't be afraid of what other people think. And I feel for a long time, there were fears of rejection, of criticism, of what if this person thinks that I'm completely off the wall? What if they don't like it? I don't feel like that's part of it coming into 2024. What I always say is what other people think of you is none of your business, right? So I feel like that's kind of the mentality, not coming from a place of ego or wanting anybody to be hurt or anything of that nature. I just feel like you are reflecting, you're bouncing the energies that are projected onto you that are negative, and you're saying, nope, I'm just going to let it bounce off. I'm not going to hang on to it like I did in the past. So healthy boundaries. Now, in the month of March, get ready to get inspired. You have body talk. Some of you have struggled with your body image, body weight, the way you've looked, your hair. I'm getting some of you hair loss. Okay, hair loss, scalp, hair, alopecia. I mean, there could be certain things with the hair, with the body. Some of you, this is physical. This could be mental as well, mental health, body image. It's about self-love. And I feel in the month of March here, Sagittarius, you're in the spotlight. So if you've been feeling like you weren't pretty enough, handsome enough, good enough, look good enough, I mean, you're feeling good this month and all eyes are on you. 6 of Wands. Some of you are in the public spotlight, or there is a fear of being vulnerable and trusting in your own gifts and trusting that you'll be okay if you are criticized, or if you do get some sort of negative feedback. Who cares, right? You're doing you. And that's what this month is all about. You doing you with the body talk. A lot of you are setting New Year's intentions. You're setting goals to eat healthier, to feel better, not just on a physical level, but on all levels, right? Mentally, how can you practice or incorporate more, maybe meditative practices, more mindful practices? How can you get your mind right? Because some of you, I do see that there was a fear, or maybe it was not a fear, maybe it was a reality of becoming like someone in the family, specifically like mother. Okay, some of you maybe have had a mother that struggled with mental health. Okay, maybe you had someone else in the family that struggled with a health or a body image, or perhaps they looked a certain way, and you may have had a belief instilled based on what you saw, what you've known, your conditioning, that you would have that same predisposition in a way, that you would have diabetes or cancer like they did, or that you would have bipolar or depression like they did, or that you would be, overweight or unhealthy like they did. So I feel like there's some sort of, again, predisposition that is going to be eradicated. There's something that you thought that you actually have more control over than maybe you thought you did. You're looking good. You are glowing up. You're in the spotlight. March is a really beautiful power month for you. And at the end of the reading, we'll talk about power months. We'll talk about intense months to look a little bit further into as well. Lesson months, as we'll call them. But I definitely see March. You're feeling good. You're looking good. This is a great month to put yourself out there, to get in front of the limelight, to start dating. If you're looking to date, this would be a great month to just show up for yourself, because the spotlight is on you. I love this. Looking good, feeling good, doing good. Now, in the month of April, Queen of Inspiration. You're taking it beyond. You're not just living it up in March here. You're taking it into April as well, which I like. Actually, you start off strong, right? The curtain is unfolding. You can see that this woman, starting in January, it's like she has her hands out. Even though she has her head down, she's kind of coming up. She just needs to kind of regain her footing, and the curtain's already open. The sun, the stars in the background there, shining the light, but she's getting used to this new energy, this new vibration, this new her, because she's felt a little bit stifled, right? Maybe you felt like you were hermiting for a few years, or maybe, again, you felt like you were on lockdown, quote unquote, a lockdown with the things that were happening around the world or within your own personal life. This is the year where you're coming out of hibernation, in a sense, Sag. So in the month of April, this is no fool, right? She is confident. She's bold. You're going to see a lot of signs, symbols, synchronicities. Some of you are very creative, very artsy. You may be entrepreneurs. Maybe you work in customer service, or you work with people. Okay, this is a really good energy of inspiring others. And I feel that you're going to see through number sequences, through dreams, through songs, that you are attracting things at rapid pace, rapid speed. And I talk about this in the other readings as well, about the jumping timelines effect that's going to take place in 2024. And what that means is we're going to be jumping into different realities, basically the frequency, the vibration. We have been working on a spiritual energetic level on these things. That's why maybe you felt like there was change coming, but you couldn't quite touch it or see it or taste it, right? It's almost like you've been planning internally, but this is the year where it's again rejoining, and we're going to see a lot happening. It's going to be a roller coaster of a year in 2024, but whatever you're doing, you're a part of it, and I feel like you're going to thrive. Okay, you are going to thrive. This is really beautiful. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the intuitive hits, because you're really feeling in your power. And you could even be working in a spiritually based practice or business. Some of you could be traveling to maybe a spiritual location. I feel like you're getting the attention, but it's to help other people. Okay, so you could be a spiritual influencer again, or someone who helps other people communicate and connect to their higher selves. So I'm really loving this energy for you. So get ready, because it's like good preparation here, and then boom, you see things definitely taking, I don't want to say a turn, because it's not a turn. It's almost like a hype, a crescendo here. It's like the boom, boom, boom of a song, right? That really, it kind of reminds me, there's a song. What is that song? Oh gosh. Can you do the fandango? Gosh. I can't remember it, but if it comes to me, I'll let you know. But it has different peaks of the song, and it's a very famous song. I'm spacing out here, a very famous song, but it has different parts of it, and that's kind of how I feel the year is going to play out for you. Okay, it starts out with very, kind of slow, and then boom, 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 and then, it just hits its high peak, and I feel like that high peak is coming in mid-year for you, maybe a third quarter of 2024, and then it's like that song. I'm going to think about it. If I can't think about it, I'd love for you guys, if you know what I'm talking about, drop it in the comments. All right. In the month of May, you have Detox followed by Queen of Swords. So this is about you getting clear. Okay. It's about, Queen of Swords. She can be very blunt, very strict with her diet, her routine, her health. I feel for some of you, because the Queen of Swords is showing up here, it's about setting healthy boundaries when it comes to people, places, things, foods, all of that. This is eliminating toxicity. It's healthy body and mind. It's withdrawing from drama. Yeah, not my circus, not my monkeys, not my, not for me to deal with. This is definitely putting yourself back into that frame of mind, frame of health, withdrawing from anything that just doesn't serve you. And some of you would be really wonderful, if this isn't something you do already, around teaching about holistic health, getting clear, precise answers. Some of you may even be going back to school for holistic nutritional health. Maybe you're looking into plant medicine. You could be starting up a juice bar, right? I feel like there is something here this month where it's about being healthy, staying healthy, maybe teaching others, or getting strict on some health matters that may have been going on, or you could be actually giving someone else advice as well. Cleanse, diet, release, and if anyone can do it, this Queen of Swords, if she sets her eye on the prize, there's no stopping her. But I also get teacher energy. So student, teacher, maybe you're the teacher, maybe you're the student, but I feel like you could teach about health, mental, physical, emotional, holistic, nutritional, whatever this is here for you. I feel like you could be learning, teaching, exploring, discovering about more of this in the month of May. All right, let's look at June. What do we have for June? You had two cards that came out. We have the timing, and you also have the Six of Swords and the Hanged Man energy. So remember what I said earlier about things feeling like they're coming in, but you can't quite see them? Here is that peak in the song, right? The crescendo, or the, the big dun 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 piece. And I feel that June is a timing coming in. Like the time is now. This is a TikTok. Some of you could be TikTok influencers. This is about divine timing after a waiting period here. And again, the Hanged Man is actually a very powerful energy. A lot of people see the Hanged Man and they're like, that's stuck energy. I don't like it. But it is a major arcana for a reason. And a lot of times when we are stuck, it is for a reason that is for our highest good. Okay, it is for spiritual enlightenment, because a lot of times you see the crown chakra illuminated and you can see the all-knowing third eye here, and the sun is illuminated here. So it's like you're able to see something for what it is. And it may have been difficult. It may have been challenging. Six of Swords is moving out of choppy waters. And maybe you were stuck in the choppy waters for whatever reason. It may be soul's growth, evolution, learning, karma, whatever it may have been, Sag. Some of you are stuck for a long time is what I'm hearing. Possibly even the last 6 years for some of you. Maybe it's felt longer than that. But this is about results showing up here and your patience paying off. And some of you could be really altering your schedule. There could be a change in schedule now that you have released some burdens, now that you are moving. Some of you could actually be moving. You could be traveling. You could be changing up home space. There's a new environment. There's a new perspective that's taking place here in the month of June. All right, next we have July. We have the animal kingdom and the devil. Now this is very animalistic. The devil energy is fulfilling the human desires, the human needs. It can be very carnal as well. It can be very sexual. It can be obsessive. It can be addictive. Now it is showing up with animal kingdom. Now of course, some of you may even have, maybe you live in a place where there's like Tasmanian devils, but I feel like this is about emotional support. Maybe it's an emotional support pet that can get you through some challenging energies with the devil. This is about you reclaiming your power. Some of you may even be working with animal totems as well, but this is about companionship, knowing that you have support around you, whether it comes in the form of animals, pets, people, groups, organizations. You're not alone. And this is, again, unconditional love, which kind of brings us into August here, which we have the Lovers. So you're definitely shifting out of some sort of energy that you felt it was taking your power, but it wasn't something that someone else was bringing upon you. The devil is our own self-doing, right? The devil, you see here that there's two people and they have these strings, these attachments, but at any time they can disengage from this energy. We connect our own cords to the devil, right? Through excess. That's why the devil can represent as addictions, right? Going to excess when it comes to obsessing about a person, obsessing about money, obsessing about what's going on in the world. It can be very fear-based, very manipulative. It's complete the opposite of love, right? Fear and love. And that's why they're so closely intertwined. And the devil is, saying here that there's unconditional love available. You don't have to attach to the things that aren't good for us, right? It's about reclaiming your power. And this could even be an attachment to materialism. It could be codependent dynamics. It can be secretive relationships. It can be anything that you feel like you're a puppet, right? You don't want to be a puppet. You want to be the one that is reclaiming your power, that is in charge. And I feel like you have the support here to disengage from any of that, or to help others as well. Maybe you are the unconditional love. Maybe you are the companionship for someone else who may be struggling. Now, of course, try not to take on the role of caregiver to the point where it drowns you. Okay. You don't want to be, or, have that Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It mentality. I mean, that could be part of your work, right? But set healthy boundaries for yourself so you don't get all encompassed within that energy yourself. And a lot of you light workers already know this, but there could be some extra measures taken around protection, around, healing, not taking things on as your own. In the month of July, wow, this is deep. I would say here, Sagittarius, out of all the readings, this is going to be a deep year. And I've been saying this as well, because on a collective global level, this is the year where we take action and we go further beyond the surface, beyond, the high and by, right? Beyond just, masking our problems or our thoughts or our feelings. If someone says to you, Sagittarius, how's your day? Typically, maybe you'd say, I'm fine. I'm okay. But maybe you're going to speak up and say, I'm not doing great today. I have this going on and this. And I feel like that is actually going to engage in other heartfelt conversations with others. So there's a sense of engagement happening in 2024 where we need to get back to community, connection, talking, connecting, right, on a deeper level instead of just surface. And that's what I see here happening for you. Rejoining, right? Vulnerability, opening up. Now, in the month of August, some of you are traveling. This is exciting. This is the Lovers energy. I mean, when you have the Lovers, this is Gemini. It's all about making choices, making a choice between the devil, right? Attaching ourselves to obsession and to fear, or to opening up to the balance of love. And it's so interesting as well, because the Lovers, there's typically, a male and female, but it doesn't matter. You could be same sex or whatever, but it represents the masculine and the feminine energies. Of the masculine is that carnal. The masculine can be, connected at times to the devil energy. And then we have the feminine that's looking up to the celestial realms, the spiritual connection. And it's finding the balance between both of them instead of letting the flip side of love become the devil, right? How can we find that balance? The flip side of love, right? Control, domination. It can be sexuality, just sexual energies, promiscuity. It can be, just the energy here of attaching ourselves to more of that lower frequency, lower vibration. And here you're finding that balance. You may be even resting, retreating. There could be honeymoon energy coming in for some of you, maybe a weekend getaway, taking time out. This is healing, recovery. Some of you may even be working with people who go off to a rehab center or a detox center as well. This could be a peaceful place. This is really beautiful. I think that August is going to be a great month for celebration. Pay attention to the flowers I'm hearing as well. You can see there's two flowers. There's the angel wings. So angelic support is present here. Celestial energy is present. And then we have the lotus opening. So really quite a wonderful month. It's one of your power months for sure. All right, Sagittarius, what do we have for September? We have 10 of Cups and hobby. Beautiful. Some of you are going to be creating, I just heard Etsy shop. You may be creating things. Maybe this is interesting as well. They're giving me like creating, crocheting or knitting something. Maybe you make something with your hands. It could be cloth. It could be for a child, a baby. It could be for a pet as well. Maybe you sell these on Etsy. But some of you are turning your hobbies into, into maybe a business, or it could be something you're doing with your family, right? Maybe you love to camp, right? Camping could be a hobby of yours, and you could be spending more time doing that this month. I mean, September energy here, depending on where you live. Maybe you enjoy water parks. Maybe you go to the water park with your family. Maybe you enjoy traveling. Whatever your hobbies are, I feel like you're acting on them, but it's not by yourself. It's with the people that you love. It's with people that you care about. There could even be a wedding. There could be I'm getting reunion, maybe a class reunion. This can also be getting together and focusing on your interests, music, joy, passion. Some of you may even be going to a concert with your family member in the month of September, okay, musical concert. Maybe you are learning how to play piano, or you have a child who's learning how to play an instrument as well. You're mastering your craft, and I feel like it's something that has been instilled within a family belief within you, or a family tradition. It could be that, you had a sibling who played in a band, and you yourself play the drums, or whatever it may be, right? I feel like there's just this beautiful energy of connecting a family dynamic, or maybe this is part of your career. You help families in some way, shape, or form, but the 10 of Cups is beautiful energy about happy family, emotional wealth, deep affection, it's peace, it's good fortune, it's vacationing. It's just a beautiful energy, and I love it combined with hobby. It means you're having fun. You're not going to let external forces come in and affect your fun this month, okay? This is joy, creativity, and just, doing something that benefits all of you. All right, let's look at October. You have the education and the Ace of Wands. Who's going back to school? Someone could be writing a book, going back to school, taking an online course, getting a certification. October could be the month of some sort of training, research as well, but it's partnered with the Ace of Wands. This is beautiful energy here, Sag. It's about chasing your dreams. It is about your passions, your inspiration, what inspires you, because Spirit is saying, learn about it. Learn about what inspires you. Take the next step. Open yourself up to it. Some of you, if this is a dream that you have of, maybe it is starting a YouTube channel. How can you research and learn more about how to do that? Maybe it's you opening up a cupcake factory, whatever it is, right? Whatever your dreams are. You may be looking into this. Maybe you want to move to the beach, or to the ocean, or to the mountains. Can you research that area? So I feel like there is a lot to learn here this month, and you may be doing a lot of online research as well. This is a new sense of purpose. There's optimism coming in. There could be a new job coming in, one that really inspires you as well. That may even include training, maybe some additional education, certification that you may be taking. I also just heard real estate, and then I heard beauty. So some of you, it may have to do with one or the other. Maybe you are part of the beauty industry, or maybe it is something that, you're passionate about, Airbnb or travel, anything of that nature. But definitely get your creative juices flowing and research it out, because you're blending that energy and you're turning some of those passions into reality here. Beautiful. Definitely another power month. Now in the month of, November, which November is going to be a big month anyway, especially here in the US. We have elections. We have, a lot of changes coming in power. 8 energy, which we talked about earlier, is authority. It's materialism. It's control. I feel that November, on a personal level for you, things are really going to change and alter. And we talked about the death earlier. Now, Sagittarius, this is professional guidance, clarity. It's a new point of view, because this is about seeing the big picture, and there's going to be endings bringing in new beginnings. Okay. And with the death card here as well, something is transforming. We're taking off the rose-colored lens, and we're seeing things as they truly are. And some people may still be stuck in resisting to this change, but the death is a transformation that is unavoidable. You cannot avoid this change and transformation, but what you can do is you can hang on to it. But if you hang on to it, it's going to be like having your foot stuck in the saddle and being drugged by a horse, right? If that's ever happened to any of y'all, it's not fun, right? So I feel like you are overcoming, or at least seeing something from a brand new perspective. It kind of reminds me of that Hanged Man as well. But this is transformation, major transformation in one's life. And everything is going to be different from here on out. We'll clarify here in a bit some of these energies. And then lastly, you have family and you have strength showing up in the month of December. Woo! This is powerful. I mean, literally the strength card, Leo energy. Some of you may have a Leo in the family. Maybe you have Leo in your chart as well, Sag, but this is your season. I mean, yes, November we go into Sagittarius season as well, but December is a big chunk of Sag season, and this is ancestral healing, and it's been difficult. Some of you have really struggled with family. Okay, this is legacy. Some of you are definitely leaving behind a legacy that you could be handing, it could be part of your name, part of what you do. It could be family members. It could be, whatever it is, your work, I'm getting that some of you have broke a family cycle. You've done something differently than what you were taught or how you were brought up. This is inheritance. For some of you, it's not going to resonate with everyone. There may have been a death in the family that leaves you with some sort of, inheritance here. It's not a prediction though. I'm not predicting. I never predict death, but I feel like there is some sort of stability that comes out of something that's been challenging for you. Parents could be involved. Fertility could be a part of it. Foundation, right? This may even have to do with loss of some sort, maybe loss of pregnancy, even for some of you. Strength. It's something quite difficult or challenging, but I feel like there is light at the end of the tunnel. I almost feel like a silver lining energy, some sort of healing, some sort of connection here, some sort of bridging the gap, reunification, a blessing. It's like a blessing in disguise here coming in December. So let's clarify some of these energies. Well, first off, what are your power months? I would say one of your power months is definitely March. With the body talk and the 6 of Wands and the big glow up, this is a big month for you. March in the spotlight. And then we also have May with the Queen of Inspiration. I get really good energy around March and May when it comes to you feeling self-confident, when it comes to you taking the actions necessary towards your dreams, whatever that may be. Another big power month for you is definitely August with the Lovers and the Rest and Retreat. And then again in September with the 10 of Cups. I feel good about this power month. I feel more of a loving, connecting month with those that you love. But let's see, power month, I would say October as well with the Ace of Wands. There's something you're excited about, learning. And then months that could be life-changing, life-altering, very transformational. And not that your power months aren't, but this is some big major arcanas that we see. I feel one of the first ones is actually January here because it's soul purpose and it's rejoining, right? Opening up that curtain, as you can see, spreading something open so you can allow the light to come in. So January, you may not see tons of physical, but internally there's something shifting within you quite big. Another month to really look into a little bit further, I would say, is June. With the timing, the 6 of Swords and the Hanged Man, this is a big month for you to kind of get woke. There's some sort of spiritual enlightenment, some sort of understanding, aha moment happening here for you that's going to change the trajectory. So it's almost like Bohemian Rhapsody. Thank you, Spirit. That's the song that I was trying to think of earlier, Bohemian Rhapsody. And as I'm talking about the crescendo, you may want to look into that song. It may give you deep insight and you may have a clear understanding exactly of your 2024. Bohemian Rhapsody is the name of the song. Okay, in the month of July, this is also another deep transformational month with the Devil, okay? Knowing that you have support. What else do we have? I would say November and December also are months that, you're changing your perspective, endings bringing in new beginnings here. The death of, a situation, but transmuting that energy into something new. That's what that death resembles. And you are strong enough to tame the beast within, in a sense, or to tame some sort of emotions. Okay, I mean, the strength is about you finding balance, basically. I mean, the strength is balance. We have the carnal, the primal needs and desires and energies. The strength can actually be even sexual energy, believe it or not, especially with the family, if you're trying to start a family. But I feel like it's finding that balance between, between the spiritual and the earthly, and being able to control yourself in ways that maybe have been feeling out of control when it comes to family. Some of you, you're definitely healing maybe even some sexual trauma. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there. So overall here, let's clarify. Spirit, what do we want to know about the most for Sagittarius? I mean, this is very deep. If this is hitting home, or if it's resonating with you and you want more insight, you can book a personal reading. And you can even say, Melissa, I want to know about this month specifically. So Sag, again, if there's a month that stands out for you, and I would love for you to drop it in the comments too. If you have a month that really stands out as a power month, or one that really resonates with you, I'd love to hear it. Drop it in the comments. All right, what do we have here? What do we need to know about this year? We'll just take a look at that. Extra energy coming in. Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords. We see the Queen of Swords coming in May, and there's the detox. So be mindful of people, sneaky people that are, trying to get away with something. This could be globally, it could be professionally, it could be personally. This is withdrawing from that drama, and that's what you want to do with the Seven of Swords. The Queen of Swords has that sword right there, right? And we're going to clarify this because that's what's showing up twice here. She has her Queen of Swords in her hands, and she is ready to cut out any BS. She's saying, you know what? That's not okay. I'm cutting it out. I'm choosing a healthier lifestyle. I'm choosing to be truthful to my path. And if you're not on board, I'm going to call you out on your BS. And that could be, the Seven of Swords can be the minion of the devil, right? It can be a part of what attaches us into these lower vibrational energies here. You're cutting it out, but you may see that it kind of comes back in or floats back in for you in the month of July. And you know what to do. Okay, you know what to do. There's your sword. You have that sword for a reason. Cutting out sneaky BS. That is what I have for you. Sag, it is going to be a big year. Whew. I might have to take a breather after this one. Like I said, out of all of the signs, it doesn't mean it's not good nor bad, right? It means it's deep. This year may be a huge transformational year for you. Hanged Man, Devil, Lovers, Death, Strength, right? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas out of the 12. So this is a milestone year. This is one of those years that is like a history in the making. It's one that kind of goes in the books that you'll remember for a long time. This is a year where you rejoin life in a sense, where you're trusting in you and you're altering and changing and shifting in ways that maybe you never thought possible, but are leading you towards a life that's more rich, more abundant, more joyful, more happy, and more successful, and whatever those terms mean for you. That is what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Again, I would love to hear which months really stand out for you. Drop them in the comment section below. Check out Bohemian Rhapsody. Lots of love to you, Sagittarius. Till next time.